In the figure shown, the two identical balls of mass m and radius r each are placed in contact with each other on a frictionless horizontal surface. The third ball of mass m and radius r by 2 is coming down with a velocity of v is equal to v naught when it simultaneously hits the two balls before it comes to rest. The each of the two balls, bigger balls, will move after the collision with a speed of. Now, first of all, understand that if I take a smaller ball and two larger balls at the bottom, so let the mass over here be m and the radius be equal to r by 2. The mass of the larger balls will be equal to m and r. The radius will be m and r. Okay, so it will have somewhat a symmetric collision. Okay. So now, first of all, I will join the centers of both of all three of them. Let the center be equal to O. Okay. Now, if initially the first ball is falling with a velocity v naught, it means that its initial momentum is m v naught. Okay, and its final momentum will be equal to 0 because it comes to rest. It is given that it comes to rest. It means that for a short amount of time, it will imply certain force. Okay, F1 in this direction, or let it be equal to F in this direction, and the same force will be applied in this direction, since you can see from the diagram that the diagram is symmetric over here. Okay. So let this angle be equal to theta, let this angle be equal to theta. Okay. So I can say that in vertically downward direction. Okay. अब यहाँ पे ये f है, इसका component in the vertically downward direction will be equal to f cos theta, and for the second also it will be equal to f cos theta, so it will be equal to 2f cos theta. So this force 2f cos theta, for a short amount of time, it will be equal to change in momentum. Okay, it will be equal to change in momentum. The change in momentum is equal to mv naught. Okay, now let this be the first equation. The second equation in the horizontal direction, if I consider the horizontal direction, okay, so the same force when I take it in the horizontal direction for any one of the balls, okay, for any one of the spheres over here, it will be equal to f sin theta. Okay, so for any sphere over here, it will be equal to f sin theta, and this f sin theta, again for a short amount of time, that is the same time t, creates a change in momentum. Okay, the change in momentum, let the velocity of any of the ball be equal to v. Okay, if for the left hand side it is equal to v, for the right hand side it will also be equal to v, so it will be equal to mv. Let this be the second equation. When I divide both of them, 2 divided by tan theta will be equal to v naught divided by v. Okay, I will use this later. Okay, I only want to find out the value of tan theta, then I will get the relationship between v and v naught. Now if I draw the diagram, if I draw the triangle again, that is, if I take this point as O, this point as A, this point as B. So if I draw this triangle again, this will be equal to O, A and B. Okay, O to A, the distance will be equal to the sum of the radius. So the radius of the larger ball is r, for the smaller sphere is equal to r by 2. So it will be equal to 3 by 2 r. This radius over here is equal to r. Okay, this radius is equal to over here r, and this angle over here is equal to theta. Okay, so this part will be equal to root 5 divided by 2 into r. Okay, if I calculate it carefully, it will be equal to root 5 divided by 2 into r. So tan theta will be equal to opposite upon adjacent, which is equal to 2 divided by root 5. I will plug in the same value over here. So 2 divided by 2 divided by root 5, it will be equal to v naught divided by v. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled out. Okay, which implies v will be equal to v naught divided by root 5, which is option number C.